Precious had given her youth, her love, and her dreams to Emeka for 8 long years. She stood by him through his struggles, his joblessness, his late-night hustles, and even when her own friends laughed at her for wasting time with a man who had not married her. Each time a new suitor came knocking, she would wave them off with a shy smile. "I already have someone important. He will marry me soon." Her words were always firm, her faith unshaken. She believed in Emeka's promise. He had told her over and over again, "Precious, you are my wife when the time is right. I will put the ring on your finger." And she believed him. But what Precious didn't know was that Emeka was a master of double lives. In another state, far away from where Precious lived, Emeka had a wife, not a girlfriend, not a fiancée, but a legally wedded wife with 2 children who bore his name every time he traveled. Claiming to be chasing business deals, he was really going home to his family. He would kiss his children goodnight, hold his wife closely, and then return to Precious, weaving sweet words into her ears for 8 years. Precious cooked, cleaned, prayed, and planned her future around this man who had already built his future elsewhere. But fate has a way of revealing secrets. One Sunday afternoon, as Precious scrolled through her phone, a picture popped up in a mutual friend's WhatsApp status. Emeka smiling broadly in a family portrait, his arms wrapped around a woman and 2 children who looked exactly like him. Her heart stopped. Her hands trembled. She zoomed into the picture again and again, hoping her eyes were deceiving her, but they weren't. The man she had sacrificed for, the man she had turned down countless suitors for, was not only taken, he was already a husband and a father. Precious felt her world crumble. The promise, the hope, the waiting, all of it suddenly turned into betrayal. And that was just the beginning. Precious could not sleep that night. The image of Emeka, smiling with his wife and children, kept burning in her mind like fire. Tears soaked her pillow until her chest hurt. By morning, she was no longer the soft, patient woman. Emeka knew something inside her had snapped. When Emeka came to her house later that day, flashing his usual smile, Precious stood at the door, arms folded. "Emeka, who is she?" He froze. His smile slowly disappeared. "Who?" he stammered, pretending not to understand. Precious held up her phone, showing him the picture. "Don't play games with me. Who is this woman? And these children?" "Emeka, they look exactly like you." For the first time in years, Emeka's charm failed him. He opened his mouth, closed it, then sighed. "Precious, listen, it's not what you think." But Precious shouted, her voice breaking with pain, "Not what I think. For 8 years, I wasted my life on you. I turned down men who truly loved me because you promised me marriage, and now I find out you already have a wife and children." Her hands trembled, but her eyes burned with anger. "Tell me, Emeka, what was I to you? A joke, a pastime? Someone to warm your bed while your wife raised your children?" Emeka stepped closer, lowering his voice. "Precious, calm down. I didn't mean to hurt you. My marriage, it's complicated. I love you too." But his words cut deeper than knives. Precious laughed bitterly through her tears. "Love me? If you loved me, you wouldn't have built a whole family behind my back. You're a liar." Emeka, a heartless liar. Neighbors began to gather outside. Hearing her cries, Precious didn't care. She wanted the world to know her pain. Finally, she pushed him away, pointing at the door. "Leave. I don't ever want to see you again. Go back to your wife and children. Go back to the life you built on lies. You will never fool me again." Emeka stared at her, guilt and fear flickering in his eyes, but he knew she meant it. Slowly, he turned and walked away. The moment the door shut, Precious collapsed to the floor, clutching her chest. Her heart was shattered, but deep down, she knew this was only the beginning of a storm. For days, Precious locked herself indoors. She could barely eat, barely sleep. Everywhere she turned in her small room, she saw memories of Emeka, the gifts he bought, the photos they took, the love letters he once wrote at night. Her phone buzzed with Emeka's desperate messages. "Precious, please pick up. I can explain. I didn't want to lose you. I swear you mean everything to me. Don't do this to us." But each time, Precious deleted them with trembling hands. The betrayal cut too deep. 8 years of her life gone, wasted on lies. One afternoon, her best friend Kiyoma came to visit. Precious broke down in Kiyoma's arms, crying until she had no strength left. Kiyoma lifted her chin. "My sister, cry but don't die in this pain. That man never deserved you. It's time you rise. Show him you are stronger than the heartbreak he left behind." Those words struck Precious like thunder. She realized that if she allowed herself to remain broken, Emeka would win. So she made a decision. She would rebuild herself. She started small, taking care of her appearance again, going back to her business, and reconnecting with people she had pushed away, all because of Emeka. Slowly, life began to return to her eyes, but deep inside, a fire burned. Precious wanted Emeka to feel even a fraction of the pain he caused her. One night, as she stared at the ceiling, a thought came to her. "He lied to me for 8 years. He played with my heart. I will not let him walk away free. He will taste the bitterness of betrayal." And with that, Precious began to plot. This was no longer just about heartbreak, it was about revenge, healing, and reclaiming her destiny. Precious was consumed by rage. Every night, she sat by her window, staring into the darkness, imagining Emeka's face. "He ruined me. He wasted 8 years of my life. I should make him pay." Her thoughts grew darker with each passing day. Sometimes she imagined confronting him with a knife, sometimes exposing his secret family publicly to shame him. The fire of revenge burned hot in her chest. But one evening, as she walked past a funeral procession, something struck her deeply. She saw the grief of the mourners, the lifeless body of someone who would never breathe. Again, a voice whispered inside her, "If you take his life, will it bring back your wasted years? Will it heal your broken heart? No, you will destroy yourself too." Precious, when there is life, there is hope. That night, Precious wept like a child. She prayed for strength, and for the first time since betrayal, peace began to enter her heart. She decided she would not waste her future chasing revenge. Instead, she would rebuild her life, and she did. She poured her energy into her business, expanding it until people began to notice her success. She changed her wardrobe, lifted her head high, and became the woman she was always meant to be. It wasn't long before suitors began to come again. This time, serious men who saw her worth. One wealthy businessman, Chinedu, approached her gently. "Precious, I've watched you grow. You are a strong and beautiful woman. I want to make you my wife." Precious smiled, but her answer was firm. "I am not dating for fun anymore. I wasted 8 years of my life on empty promises. If you are not ready to marry, don't waste my time. Only serious men are welcome in my life." Chinedu nodded, impressed by her strength. And for the first time, Precious felt hope stir in her heart. Not the desperate hope of waiting for someone's promise, but the steady hope of a woman who knew her value. She was no longer the broken girl who begged for love. She was a queen ready to be cherished. And this time, she would choose love on her own terms. Months passed, and Precious blossomed like a flower in full bloom. Her business grew, her confidence shone, and her name began to carry respect in the community. No longer was she the girl waiting for Emeka. She was Precious, a woman of strength, beauty, and dignity. Chinedu, the wealthy businessman who admired her, never gave up. He did not pressure her with sweet words. Instead, he showed her love through his actions. He supported her dreams, stood by her side, and treated her with the respect she had longed for. Slowly, Precious' heart opened again. One evening, under the glow of soft lights at a family gathering, Chinedu knelt before her and said the words she had longed to hear for years, not as a promise, but as a certainty. "Precious, you are my gift from God. I don't want to waste a single moment. Will you marry me?" Tears filled Precious' eyes, but this time they were not tears of pain, they were tears of joy. "Yes," she whispered, her voice trembling with happiness. "Yes, I will marry you." The wedding was nothing short of magical. Precious walked down the aisle in a stunning white gown, her beauty glowing brighter than the sun. Friends and family cheered, not just because she was getting married, but because they had seen her rise from heartbreak to triumph. As she exchanged vows with Chinedu, She felt the weight of her past finally lift. No more lies, no more wasted years, no more broken promises. Only love, pure, genuine, and everlasting. When the pastor declared them husband and wife, Precious smiled through her tears, her heart overflowing with gratitude. She had learned the hardest lessons of love, but in the end, she won. Precious found her true happiness, and this time, it was forever. True love is not built on empty promises. Precious wasted 8 years waiting for a man who had already built a secret life elsewhere. She almost destroyed herself with anger and revenge, until she realized that when there is life, there is hope. She chose to let go of pain, rebuild herself, and value her worth. And in the end, she found true love and happiness with someone who respected and cherished her. The lesson is clear. Don't waste your life waiting for someone who only feeds you promises. Know your worth and never settle for less. Revenge will only destroy you, but healing will lift you higher. The right person will not waste your time. They will be ready to stay, love, and marry you. Precious won in the end because she refused to remain broken. And so can you. Don't waste years on empty promises. Know your worth. Love should not be begged for. Revenge destroys, but healing brings victory. The right person will not waste your time. They will marry you. Precious' story reminds us when there is life, there is hope. If you watched this story till the end, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next dramatic and inspiring chapter. More amazing stories are coming your way. Don't want to miss them.